Hey, and welcome to my first live stream. Glad that you could make it. As you know, my name is Jason Shapinski. A lot of people call me Jay, and I'm here to answer any kind of questions you might have about me running for the school board. So take a look at that chat if you have anything you'd like to ask. I'll be glad to give you some feedback or respond to your thoughts. So while we wait for some different uh, chats, let me show you a little bit about my platform and why I'm running for the school board, or I should say, what it is I'm hoping to accomplish. As you can see there, the first thing is I want to improve school safety. We obviously have some heightened concern because of the gun issue that happened, and we definitely need to explore how we can improve upon some of the issues we experienced, like the lockdown or even preventative from students not bringing weapons to school. The second thing I hope to accomplish here is achieve a full academic platform. I'm going to have to change that. That's an error, including middle school accelerated classes for graduation requirements. So if you're not familiar with what's going on with that, specifically, the school a couple of years ago allowed students to take accelerated classes in the middle school. And with those accelerated classes, they were supposed to get high school credit, but those credits are not coming in the form of fulfilling graduation requirements like they are in other districts and also as the state allows. So to give you some more information on that, if you haven't seen my video, I thought maybe I could share that with you now, and then we can explore that a little more. So here you go.
I'm a public educator of 22 years, and I'm really concerned about the gun incident that happened last week. But I'm not here to talk about that incident today, but there is a commonality with the incident in which I'm going to address: communication. In the academic year of 2019-2020, all stakeholders were made aware of the district's shift towards its College and Career Pathways program. Specifically, 7th graders were told they would have the opportunity to tackle classes in 8th grade through accelerated learning and gain high school credit in English, math, and biology. The school board.
All right, so you get the idea of how that works. Let's take a look at the comments. Looks like we've got one here from a Michaela Shapinski, and she specifically asked, as you can see here, why are you qualified? So I have been going through a couple of those things. I showed you the first two bullet points. I can then go ahead and continue with that and to point three, which is actually not quite what she's asking. So I feel I'm qualified because I have been on the school board before. It was about, I think, 8 to 10 years ago. And additionally, I've been a public educator for 22 years. I believe having that educational background will definitely help give a different type of perspective that the school board currently doesn't have, Michaela. So I want to get back on so I can use my expertise to help out our students, our staff, and all the community members that have a stake in what's going on in our district. So that is why I believe I'm qualified. And then additionally, I have received an advanced degree in educational technology. So that's also something I think can be valuable for our students. Doesn't look like we have any other comments at the moment. So I will go on to platform number three for me, which is having student involvement on committees. I know a lot of what happened in regarding the gun incident a few weeks ago. Students felt really out of the loop. Yes, there were safety concerns, but additionally to that, there was emails that went out to parents, but the students didn't know what was going on. I literally texted my daughter after I had heard from an email, and she had no knowledge of what had happened. And I actually had brought it up to her, the first person. So she was kind of shocked and then started asking her friends while she was at practice. All right, on to number 4. I do hope to increase teacher retention. I noticed that there's been huge turnover in staff. This was even prior to the pandemic. And while this is a concern stated nationwide, I believe that we as EPC USD 401 need to do our best to figure out how we can keep teachers in Elmwood Park and returning this district back to being a destination place to teach, not a place where people want to leave. I think by increasing retention, that will make it more attractive to new prospective teachers as well. How do we increase that retention? Obviously, we need to re-explore the finances that go into paying our teachers and if it's competitive and above what are surrounding us. We also need to look at stipend positions. I believe those have not been addressed as far as financials in quite some time. And I also think that we need to really consider how teachers are feeling. Are they respected? Are they being heard? I've talked with quite a few teachers in the district, and they feel that a lot of the decision making go on while upper admin reserves the right to make those decisions, aren't really taking into consideration some of the thoughts that these teachers have. And lastly, the 5th part of my platform is exploring community priorities by reviving past community priority groups. So there was a group that met in the district, and there were teachers, there were parents, there were business people, and that's what kind of led to some of the construction projects that we're seeing now. At the time, one of the categories was social and emotional health for students, and the idea of actually having a potential on-site person for that, or maybe even having a social emotional wellness area within the district that people could visit, almost like a clinic, and it would be also potentially available for community members. I don't know the logistics of how that would work, but that was a low priority, and I think it's worth having one of these community priority groups again to figure out if maybe that might be a different priority level now, or just other things in general that people would like to see change within the district and how we could achieve that. So I believe reigniting these community groups would be a possibility to do that. So I don't have any more comments right now. This was just a test run to see how it goes. We can share one from Olivia. She apparently doesn't like all my ideas. She said boo in her comment section. Either that or she's a scary ghost. I'm not sure. So we can ask her in case she's not listening. Are you a scary ghost? I'll put that in the chat there. So thanks for viewing, and hopefully I will talk to you soon.